I will say that one of the only things that this Shippuden episode did for me was it really made me like Fu as a character. Prior to this, I was like, okay, Fu looks cool. Fu's alright, Fu. This episode, between the voice actress, awesome performance, just giving that really fun, zany vibe to the character. And the character herself, she reminds me a lot of like a mixture of part 1 Naruto and a female Luffy. Like, she really gives me that vibe of just like having fun, just wanting to make friends, and of course that's attributed to the Jinchuriki part, because every Jinchuriki, or for the most part a lot of the Jinchuriki that we've met, have just had these crazy personalities because of what they've been through. So Fu, if you notice in this episode or whatever, she's talking like, I want to make 100 friends, and yeah, let's play board games, let's take a bath together, almost as if she's been confined her entire life as well, and been put aside, like you can't be around people. So she's just so eager and everything, and that was one of the best things that this episode did, because aside from that, if I run down the list of what we went through in this episode, I mean, for crying out loud, they were trying to take it serious when a fat guy that was sweating, they didn't want the sweat to get on the food. Come on, like, why would you? They should have, if anything, played it up to be more comedic, and then I wouldn't have taken it serious, but it felt as though they were trying to take it serious, like, we can't get the sweat on the food, and then Neji fucks everything up. It's like, wow. And then fighting a giant lobster crab thingamajig as well, and Sakura, really? You got injured from a fucking crab? I honestly feel as though the main thing, because to me this was supposed to be like about the exams or whatever, and I feel as though the exams aren't really all that interesting thus far compared to some of the other subplot that's going around, like the stuff with Kakashi trying to invade the Hidden Rain. That was interesting. The people trying to assassinate Gaara, that was a little bit interesting as well. But the actual exams themselves, we're fighting people that are, like we're pushing somebody so sweat don't get on our food, then we're fucking fighting a giant lobster. Like, this is supposed to be the actual main thing that's going on, and like everything around is supposed to be interesting as well, but it's just like, it feels like comedy. I ain't gonna lie though, I celebrated a little bit to myself when things was about to go down and the first person to get punched in the face was Kiba. I was like, thank you. And I like all the little foreshadowing as well as to how quick and how much capabilities Fu has in the hidden, waterfall or whatever, because they were the first ones to get there, and they got there way before Neji and them was going full force. So it's showcasing that Fu is a credible threat and a credible opponent, but at the same time a very carefree person. So that's why I think I really, really like Fu. I think this episode just made me love Fu, but aside from that, it didn't do anything else. I mean, we got progression to, because this was like the night before, so we're going to start the Heaven and Earth scroll next episode, but it was trying to take the most ridiculous things serious, like a giant lobster and a fat guy sweating. And I don't think I'll ever get over the fact that Sakura was just injured by a fucking sand lobster crab thingamajig. Like, so yeah, gonna be very brief with this review. In all honesty, the episode, it made me like Fu a lot more, it made her credible, and the subplot around it was getting a little bit interesting. But the main exam, as of right now, what's going on and everything, it just feels like sluggish yet again, and just not that interesting. So, this episode, 3 to a 4 out of 10. It's like there's some decent things around, but the core of what it's doing is just not really that hype. Like, I think one of the other interesting things as well, like I guess probably the most interesting thing about the exams themselves, was that dude with like the slices on his neck that Lee said, holy shit, he stopped one of my hits with one hand. That was a little bit like, setting up another decent opponent for the exams. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this episode. How do you feel about Sakura getting injured by a crab? How do you feel about the fat guy's sweat? Choji getting some snacks from Guy Sensei? I mean, yeah, your overall thoughts of the episode. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you can do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.